Hello. What's going on, guys? Well, got some news on what's going on at work. Instead of one of the kids taking, he's supposed to take the transfer into a different site, which is not really that far away compared to this. He did not take it, so now he's getting fucking like 2 hours, 2 days of fucking week, instead of getting 30 hours a week at a easier store. Exactly my point. It was an easier store, but he did not want to take it. And I have no idea why he didn't want to take it, because it's just fucking easier. You don't have to do much of anything, so you can't get complained at as much. No, as a baby, I guess. He actually is a baby. He doesn't like to leave his comfort zone too much. But they're not doing it for the money. They're doing it for the area that they're at, because it's closer to their house and that. I get that. Like, I would ever transfer because I don't drive. Coincidence. But I do my job. No matter where I work at, the place is gonna get better. It's just how it is. I'm not a shitty fucking worker, I never will be. But this kid is being an idiot. So he goes lose all of his hours. He's gonna work like we're already come down to like 2 days a week. We have to because of other people that are working, especially myself. And and the one lady is already committing fucking fraud.
Oh, suck it! Someone call it cleaner.
She's already clocking out at the thing. She's got a verbal warning.
Watch it, towards it.
So we're trying to work on. Maybe we're trying to work on just taking out the fucking trash. The problem is we can't take it out fast. We're at this discipline and push through. Even though I'm not a manager yet, I still do what I always do. Management has nothing to do with any of this concentration.
Wave 2. Watch out, cloaked enemy. I'm a natural. Damn it! Gotcha!
I'm just tired of ignorant people not doing their job. It's just like, wow, this fucker's ridiculous, man. You have the easiest job in the world. I don't want to do it because I fight against the system. No, why the fuck you working then? Just go home and go smoke fucking dab pens all day like a fucking moron and never make money in your life and be a low successful man. but then fucking complain when you see a man get something and gets, gets, valuable women and starts to grow his life from that and get all upset because he's getting a bitch boy. That's all it is.
But you're not going to be around long enough to care.
It makes you think your life over. Maybe you should listen to someone that's actually trying to make his life better. Instead of just listen to a bunch of fucking novice pussies that
Hello
talk
there, crappy
bullshit.
protect the area if you can.
They fucking lie to you right to your fucking damn face.
Ha!
But it's true. They all fucking lie to you right to your face.
Damn, look out! Probably another Zed on the body. You twitch. Don't break your arm, patting yourself on the back. And stay. Oh shit! In for ah! You twitch, ass face. Ah! This area remains mostly secure. Is Hans helping you somehow? Is this some sort of prank? You're not this good. Stop me! None of the Zeds made it in. Surprising.
But no, it's just really stupid talking to these Gen Z kids. Like, what I mean by Gen Z is that these kids are overly. They haven't pushed a hard time in their whole entire life. They act gangsters fuck, which is fucking so stupid. I listen to these kids and I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, yeah, I could be a complete ghetto dickhead when I need to be because I was born during that age of the hipsters and shit in the 90s and early 2000s and shit. When I get mad at that, yeah, I'm a fucking asshole, of course.
Nice, huh? Burn, Zed, burn! Nailed him! And stay there. Ease! Big gun may help you feel safe, but it won't actually save
I don't like
you.
being, like that.
The fact your survival
But I always
is
tell
an
people,
accomplishment is
there's
pathetic.
3 things I do with every person,
And caves.
depending on how aggressive they might be
Armor
towards
will help
me.
you keep your insides in.
And all of these
Most
3
people
things come
prefer
down
that.
to I'll verbally talk to you and try to make sense out of what's going on and try to help you. And sometimes that takes a little bit longer than normal, because sometimes I'll just be, like that for long periods of time and try to guide people towards, somewhat of a better life. Of course, it has nothing to do with me in general. It never had nothing to do with me. There's guidelines that need to be followed. There honor guidelines that we have to make for ourselves. I've always been tremendously misunderstood because of my free will talking. And people don't like that. People want to attack it because they think it's unmoral to worry about feelings. Or not immoral, that they always care about feelings too damn much.
Just gonna make sure. I think you may be operating on a misconception.
I don't look at things.
That you're supposed to live through this. You're not.
I never do. Feelings are a neutral source.
Wave 6. This cozy.
I look at what's going on, and that's it. People never like to do that. They like to look at feelings too much. They're constantly feeling it up. Feelings this, feelings that, feelings this, feelings that, feelings this, feelings this. Like, no.
Nailed him.
The problem with feelings are, they can be persuaded.
Not terrible, but that's just the warm-up.
You can't persuade logic much unless you have evidence to persuade it.
Whoa. Oh, suck it! You're not dead enough. And stay dead. You're dumped. Easy.
That's what it is about logic. You can't persuade people.
Cloaked enemy here.
That's logic too much.
You. Don't worry. The next one will be harder. And
Because you have to have enough evidence to be able to persuade something. That's logic.
Get.
But emotions are just nothing but complaining.
You twitch, ass face. Nice, huh? You're not dead enough. You've got a cloaker.
So when someone comes at you with emotions and just screams and shouts, they're doing that as a temper tantrum. That's what temper tantrum is. It's a screaming, shouting of words that make no sense. They don't want to be. They don't want to be wrong. It's like, but you want me to be wrong because I'm right. How do you know that you're right? So you ask that question, you're like, I can't be right or wrong. They don't know. They go through this concept where they're constantly like thinking about what could be right, what could be wrong. It's like. The smartest person in the world is the one that admits that they're wrong more than right. Hence why they're smart. Okay? That's how it always works.
You twitch, ass face. Just gotta make sure. You twitch, ass face. Pyrotechnics.
But people always want to sit there and dodge that question. They dodge that statement. They dodge it all.
You twitch, ass face.
And they're always the first ones to yell and scream. And trust me, they do. They'll scream and shout and be big, huge dicks. Because they feel it's supposed to be that way. And then you ask them why. When you ask any type of question, especially why, you're identifying something. At least you're trying to.
Oh, suck it! You know that flesh pound's on steroids. Smackdown! But just gotta make sure.
His head bouncing, it's funny.
Did you twitch, ass face? Oh, suck it! One of those moody flesh pounds. You're not dead enough. Did you twitch, ass face? Smackdown! You're not dead enough. Just gotta make
But
sure.
yeah, it's always been the thing. So the
Watch out! The resupply pod is open. Spend your
the public schools are so fucking dangerous right now. Like, the kids are starting to notice. Like, everyone's starting to get red pill in public schools. They have to. When people say, what do you mean why they have to? Because society's so fucking stupid. All this crazy cultish shit is so fucking dumb.
I'll see if I can get your fingers stuck in it. Throw another Z on the Barbie.
That people are starting to really understand how fucking stupid this shit is.
Out of that area.
That's basically all it is. That's the reason why the goalposts keep getting flinged up. More and more of these people from this cult are all trying to see how far they can go before people start to break. You know, people think, oh, the system's not controlled. The system's fucking control. Yes, we do have free will from God. You know, God controls everything. God lets everything be. But he still lets us have control over ourselves. We make the decision to follow him or not. We make the decision to follow his son or not. That's why you get people that fight against it. Well, you are the Antichrist. You are the 100% Antichrist. And you already know that you're following a cult-like thing because it states it in their thing that it's cult. You know, it's like, do as you want. You're still in a cult. A cult is ruled intensive. You have to do all this stuff to get the final goal. I like it better if I don't do anything besides believe that I am wicked, believe that I am a sinner, believe that I am stupid, for that I need to get smarter. It's easy to enslave your mind than it is to think about how you can get better without someone else telling you. Once you know once you know the guidelines of life, honor yourself, love yourself, try to push and care and love others, even though they don't love you. You're always looking for something better for everybody else, even for yourself. That is the absolute thing all humans should be. We have too much hatred. We don't want to get to know people anymore. We want to sit there and judge people 100% on nothing, unless there's evidence. Like this one lady I was talking about, Taylor Swift. She said, "Oh, me and my daughter are gonna watch the Oscars. We're gonna watch Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift's such a good role model." I repeat these words. She stated, "Such a good role model," and I said she's a horrible role model because she's a whore. Basically, she dates all these dudes. How is that a good role model? She said that you're being judgmental. I said, no, this is what I think of her for the things that she does. So evidence, proof, she stated good role model, and then I stated bad role model because of proof of being a whore is a bad role model. And she said, well, it's not bad to date a whole bunch of guys and that. Like, what do you mean? Because maybe she didn't find the right guy. You know, because I did that. So you have something in common with someone that has billions of dollars that could do this stuff and nothing can happen. You have nothing. You can't even afford a fucking $5 car wash. And you want to talk about that you're similar to Taylor Swift? Sorry, honey. She's a fucking cult member that gets everything that she wants because she's supplied this shit, bitch. Like, you're an idiot. And you're letting your fucking 13-year-old daughter, or however old that she might be, 11 or 12, doesn't matter. The whole point of it is you're letting your young daughter see a fucking whore on stage showing off her twat in front of a bunch of fucking people that are brainwashed by her music. I mean, actual brainwash. All of her songs are talking about being a whore. All of her songs are talking about sleeping with lots of dudes. And people don't catch it. Yeah, it's a catchy beat. But it's telling you love is false. Just fuck everything in sight. Lady Gaga does it. Fucking what the other old ass fucking bitch did it. What the hell is her damn name? She's an older singer. She talked about, just keep on loving people. Basically, keep on banging people. When you listen to their lyrics and listen to why they say these specific words, they're talking about being whores. All of them do it. All of them do it. Listen to the lyrics. Actually, read the lyrics. Lady Gaga talks about blowing off people and shit. All they talk about. They promote so much sexual stuff. Well, but they're women in that. Yeah, that's funny that you don't want men to promote sexual stuff, but you want women to sit there and throw their stuff out there. That's why OnlyFans is, man. That's why all these women that are on OnlyFans are mostly fucking torn up, and they know they are. No man wants them, and all these women. This one I was talking to had to be in her fucking late 40s, early 50s. You tell her stress was really high in that because she's starting to have white hair. She's complaining about her hair being white. You're high 40s? High 40s, maybe? And you're sitting there saying, I haven't found a man yet. And she said, oh, I divorced a man. Why? Because he cheated on me. She said every single one. She even told how many guys that she been with. So I've been with over 30 guys that they all cheated on you. The common sense doesn't click in. I said, maybe you should stop dating red flags. And then this woman got super fucking quiet. She got really quiet. And what she said about the judgmental thing, it's not just being judgmental. That's what she is. That's what she does. What the hell? Judgmental is judging them without knowing anything. I know Taylor Swift as a whore. She has a document about being a whore. Her whole entire existence is about being a whore. Now, how much of this is honestly 100% true? Well, probably not all of it, but it's been told, and everybody's been shouting from the rooftops. And so when you start to get these people in that, and I'll just probably say, if you want to have the best role model in life, have some Jesus. The best role model in life, the Son of God that never did one sin on earth, and died for all of our sins. That is the best role model you'll ever have, period. Because he's showing you that he is perfection. Not Taylor Swift, not Beyonce, not all these fucking ugly ass fucking people from Hollywood. They're not. They're in front of a camera editing themselves to be perfectionist. But when you listen to them on live stuff and that, of them dumb fucks talking, they're all a bunch of morons. Taylor Swift's a full-on liberal psychological fucking whore. Not in the sense that she sleeps. I don't know if she sleeps with a bunch of people. I really don't know that. But she's hinting at it that she does a lot of stuff to a certain degree. Whatever. That's your life. Have fun, being Satan's bitch. I really don't care. Cool. Awesome. Radical. Whatever. I'm Team Jesus, 100%. I fuck that. We get all these people and that. They always want to sit here and say all this stuff and that, blah, 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 blah. But they never want to look at it from that actual other perspective. They want to sit there and keep on screaming and shouting the same gobbledygook every time. There was this one girl I talked to, and that was pretty much the whole conversation. I was having a conversation with her and that. But I think she never been told no as a woman. So this is why we need support. We need to support our women. We need to tell them, these are the things that you shall not do because it's fucking stupid. It's going to ruin your life. I talked to plenty of girls that are in their 20s and that, mid-20s, late 20s and that. So there's this one girl, and I'm supposed to go to, it's supposed to be a dinner date tomorrow. If she texts me, she probably won't. And she has trauma. She knows that she has trauma in that from her ex-boyfriend, that whatever it might be. So I'm gonna talk to her. I'm gonna analyze her situation. I'm gonna go through step by step about the things that she can do to make herself better. This is what I like to do, and this is pretty much my main job in some sense. And this is what I like to do. I like to help people. So we're going through step by step all the stuff that she needs to do to make life a little bit better for herself. And I even talked about it before, and I said, I talk to you now because I actually like you. I see quality with you. But the only quality that was kind of disgusting that, she had a little bit of a hairy stomach. It was like, I know you're, you're supposed to have hair as a woman, but she'll be showing off your belly with hair on it. Evidently she stopped caring about that a long time ago. That just tells you that she doesn't care about how guys look at her, I guess. I don't know. But she's always been to, I don't know. But the whole point of it is it was not a fucking turn on. It was a turn off. So she's hinting that she doesn't want a man. She ain't trying to provide herself. I'm like, you're only 25. I'm like, you're only 25 years old. Don't stop just because you date guys that just want to bang you. Of course you date guys that just want to bang you. Because them guys have no honor. This is one thing I hate when people say, especially women, and some guys say it too. They talk about sex all the time. Dude, sex is not important. The relationship's important. Sex is just a bonus. All these things are bonuses. They make the relationship slightly better. Yeah, if you have idealistic great sex, that guy knows a lot. But if that guy's not willing to commit because he doesn't want to lose his assets, because he can't trust that person that they're with, and that woman may not be a bad woman at all. She might actually be a great woman in that. But knowing that she's having a one-night stand with the dude, that dude's instantly going to be like turned off. He's going to be like, oh, yeah, that ass is good, and that's it. That's the harder it is to get a woman, the more it lasts. The relationship's going to last a little bit longer. When women are too easy to get, same with guys. When guys are too easy to get, the relationship doesn't last long. Because, they're emotionally impaired. They're desperate. They want something. They have no goals in life besides being in love. That's how I used to be. And I'd say, though, actually, I don't hate to say it, but it's fucking horrible. They're being taught nonsensical things. And these things are actually poisoning the well of our system. It's poisoning the well of our lives. I see young, beautiful women that haven't been through much in life just yet. But what I have to say is, good luck. Because unless you find an idealistic man, most men at the ages that are now, from 18 to 25, just to say, they're all a bunch of fucking losers. All of them are losers. All of them are losers. They act like little kids. They talk about getting women they can never get. Like the girl I talked to now. One of my guys working out, man, she looks like a bad bitch, or whatever the fuck it is. Like, yeah, that's the girl I'm trying to, that I'm talking to, that I'm trying to, do stuff with. And he got really quiet in that. He never said, Dan, that's awesome, man, I'm happy for you. He got quiet and he got jealous. He's like, well, wait a minute. What about me? That's basically what it was. He didn't say that, but that's how his mind went to. Where the fuck is your bro honor at? You're supposed to be having my side too, man. No, it never was like that. You never had anybody's side. All you cared about was your fucking self. I said, because you don't want to go through with it because you are so scared because you have nothing to give to a woman because you aren't anything yet. How you work, if you are a very good, loyal person to your job, well, most likely you're probably going to be, to a certain extent, a loyal person in general. Now, obviously, jobs are a bit different, though. But if you don't base yourself on money like I don't base myself on the money that I make. I really don't give a fuck. I make the money because I need shit to buy. That's it. Game over. Don't care. If I get a raise because of my work, awesome. That's amazing. But I'm not going to be like, yeah, look at me. I make all this much more money in that. And I do like numbers. I calculate when I do get my raise. Yes, I'm going to get paid, probably $160 more a fucking week, which is going to increase by like $100 basically. It's not going to be that much more. Maybe like $130 in that. So I'll get like my paycheck be $200 more. But that's a bit of an increase. That helps out a lot with a lot of different things. And but it's not even about the increase of money. It's about knowing that you're taking a step farther to be something better than what you used to be. Even though it's just money. But you're taking more responsibilities. And you know what more responsibilities leads up to? More power. You know what power leads up to? More women that like you because you have power, which means valuable. You are a valuable person because you took the step forward to take a position that needs more love and care. It's not just about the money in that. And that's why I need to teach all you men that take these positions and that people always say, a lot of stuff and that. So I was having a conversation with one of my underling employees and that. He's young and that. He's just stupid, but he needs to break out of it because he's out of high school now. So I talk about the valuable of following rules, and I told him, like, you Gen Z kids are always like, don't follow the rules, don't do that, don't do that. Rules and guidelines is what guides us to being better. That's why you are an idiot, as in you do things that are not good for you because you don't care. I always ask people the cruelest way of saying this. If you don't care, then why the fuck you lie for? You do care, for which you're not dead. You care because you aren't dead. You care because you are alive. You care. If you didn't care, you might as well just take the easy way out. Life is all about hardships. It's hard first by learning, absorbing, and being tough. Making yourself like that. And as you get tougher in life, you guide yourself towards making it easier. You're making it easier for you. Trust me, there's a lot of old people that are fucking suffering because they fucked up their whole entire lives being potheads, being fucking dopers and that. They're fucked. Their whole entire life got wasted. I had all this fun. It's not about the fun. You're not a fucking kid. Toddlers have fun. Young teenage boys and girls have fun. Fucking around with toys and shit, watching cartoons. Full-on adults got progress we have to make. You have to make it. Just like the old saying is, if I was 10 years younger with the mind that I have now, I'd be fucking way better off than I have been. 10 years of progress with the way I think now, I would have all the money that I wanted. My goals would be done money-wise. Exactly what it is. The goals of money would be done. I wouldn't worry about anything. I'd be sitting here streaming my ass off, sitting there having my hot ass girlfriend with big ass tits in my fucking face all damn day. My goals would be done. But the thing is, it didn't happen like that. So goals are meant to take time, and the learning process is always even harder. It takes more time. Hence why people always struggle so hard with learning. They never admit defeat. You don't train. I always tell people, lift weights. Gym memberships are cheap. Everybody go lift weights. Learn how to build muscle. Learn how to diet. Learn how to do the things you need to do. If you don't know, learn it. A lot of people take steroids. No one cares about those big bulky morons. They're sitting there all to go. I see this one guy up at Planet Fitness. He's always looking angry. He's walking around like, dude, no one cares about your fucking ape-like fucking figure. No one cares that you can bench 400 pounds. Because I can bench 300. 100-pound difference. You've been working out for 15 years. That steroids evidently has not made you that much stronger. If I bench over 400 pounds natural, people think I'm on steroids. No, I'm just strong because you're weak. Weak-minded people do steroids. Sometimes people do it for a physique thing. Then I watch powerlifters and that. They have no idea what the fuck they're lifting and that. I'll be up at one of the gyms of that. It's a local gym in that. And I see these guys, There's one guy actually made huge progress with lifting. He was a tall dude. He's probably about like 6'3", 6'4". He's a big ass dude. But he never lifted more than what he needed to. Dude be bench pressing over 300 pounds doing sets of 10 and shit. But he also was a 240, 50 pound fucking man. And he was lean. He was like 10% body fat. He was lean as fuck. Maybe 12% body fat. But the dude was a fucking monster. But he was a very kind, generous person. You could tell he wasn't on steroids. He just had a physique. He even talked about it. He's like, I work out when I feel like my muscles need working. When I feel like I'm strong that day, I'll work out hard as fuck. When I feel like I'm not strong that day, I won't work out that hard. I work out light. I do more of a light approach. I'm like, well, there you go. That's smart. So when I see these kids like lift weights and that, especially younger kids, I see them all the time try to lift heavy, and they can't lift more shit. Oh yeah, they put on 45-pound plates on the Smith machine. It's minus 20 pounds. They're only lifting 115 pounds. And the fuckers can't even do it. Like, they're struggling with 115 pounds. And, like, when I was in high school, I was lifting more than that. I was doing one plate with, like, 10 pounds on it. It was, like, 165 pounds. And I was weighing that much. And I was hitting it. And for me, that was strong, But I see these little weak ass fucking kids trying to think this shit. I'm like, dude, wow, you're a little bit pathetic, bro. I don't know, if you're young, start off with push-ups. Push-ups are gonna be hard enough as it is. You're gonna be doing, if you're 120 pounds, one push-up would be like 70 pounds. Do 70-pound push-ups. Do sets of 20 of them or 10 of them, or try to get up to 60 of them. You probably do sets. Because building muscle is not about how much you lift. It's about how consistent you can burn. The more burn you get with the energy flow and more pump you get, the more you build. And then the stronger you eventually get because your muscles get bigger. Of course, there's neurological strength in that. It all runs in. Like, when I'm neurologically strong, I can do a lot. Done it. Done 260 on the fucking, chest press machine. Chest out. And I'm sitting there doing the 260, go like this. It's a lot of weight, but I do reps of like 10 or 12 with good control. Is it hard? Yeah, it's hard, but it feels good. Is it a lot of weight? Yeah, it's over my body weight. But it's only when I feel strong that day. Like today, I took yesterday off. I ate a fuckload of food in that. The funny thing is, My weight hasn't changed. I ate over 4,000 calories yesterday. And my weight hasn't changed. Say I'm dropping weight, but my weight hasn't gone. My weight hasn't gone up. I'm 224 now. I used to be like 229 to 230. I'm officially 224 now. And probably declining as we know it. After eating all that food and that, because I was desperately fucking tired of that. I could have got a huge fucking bulk over it. I could have gained some mass over it. Would I know? Obviously, I would not know until I actually like look at myself. But that's a progress. My strength is increasing. Damn right, it's increasing. You know, because I push really fucking hard at the gym. My lat pull downs, I can. I'm up to 140 with lat pull downs. $140 is a lot, and I'm doing, at least.
Pyrotechnics. Just gotta make sure. Cover your. Don't break your arm, patting yourself on the back. Down, look out! Rory, another sand on the valley. Come on, let's go. Anyone got a mop and bucket? Great, that's how.
Now my strength is slowly going up, and that's a good thing. Am I bigger than what I was? Probably not. I don't think my muscle mass has gained that much, to tell you the truth. Well, let's switch to dragons now. Oh, I see these.
I'm not running you the dodge for that, idiot. Hello there, crap.
But yeah, like, it is increasing. That's a great thing. That's what I want.
Keep the area secure. That means kill any Zeds that get near.
Another one? Oh, this one's gonna be easy.
Nice, huh? Nice and crispy. You think that's it? There's plenty more Zeds. Rory, another Zed on the valley. And stay there.
But yeah, that's like the whole point of it, like, pain leads to learning. Learning leads to getting stronger. Your muscles learn how to get bigger. Your brain learns how to get smarter. Like, things don't stop from there. That's why the most successful people... Oh, that was a big ass fart. Oh, that's gonna be fucking gross.
Who needs well-lit combat areas anyway?
That's gonna be a nasty one. Gotta stand up for this one. But yeah, the most successful people in the world are always the ones that deal with the most hardships. For the most part, they're always doing something. Something. That's harder than most. It's always something new. It's always something that people are going against. People don't want change all the time, which is the majority of the people in this world. The people that do want change are the ones that have to suffer through all the pains to make change. Once again, Trump, for instance. Like him or not, Trump is the best way of saying he wants change because he hates what's going on with our country. The country that is the most powerfulest, God-written country, period. We had the values of God on our side like we're supposed to. We're supposed to be. We say, well, it's a religion. God's not a religion. A Bible's not a religion. Now, is everything in the Bible supposed to be in the Bible? No. There's a lot of things taken out of the King James Bible to decept us that it is a religion. The rating, the translations are actual true. The fuck? That's a weird ass number. Nope. But the thing is, there's stuff taken out of the Holy Bible that should be put in there, but people took it out because they didn't think it was necessary. That's religion there. So like when people talk about Christ and then the crucifixion of Jesus and all that stuff and that, people seem to get like really upset about it and they're like, why does that matter? The whole point of it mattering is to follow someone that is more righteous than you. That's all it is. Jesus Christ of Nazareth is more righteous than everybody. He was the one that did not sin while he was on earth. He was the one that actually gave hope to people to tell him, I am the light in the dark. And people don't want to follow that. People want to sit there and think, oh, it's just a story. I follow it and my life's great. I follow it and my life's progressing. I follow it and my life's getting better. It's not about bragging rights, who's better than another person. That I don't care about that. I want to be better so I can make other people better and make myself better. It's constantly getting better. Once you start admitting that you are defeated, take it to heart that God in Christ is there to guide you towards not being as defeated. You're always going to be defeated. We are a defeated people. We always will be. Because we're not born with everything. We have to get defeated to learn, to do more, to push farther. Everybody says in sportsmanship, being a loser doesn't mean that you can't learn from the mistakes. Being a winner is the one that never learns from the mistakes because they always think they're the most dominant. But eventually, they will lose because of that dominance. They believe that they are superior, but they're only human. One day their strongest player gets hurt because they never believe that they could be not hurt. All of a sudden they run, they're in football, they're doing practice set, and they fucking break their ankle for no reason. And then everyone's rushing to like, oh my god, he's the elite, he's a team player, and that he's the best of the best. And they have to carry him in defeat. And people are going to be like, oh my God, what happened to that? He's like, oh, I slipped and fell and I broke my ankle now, or I sprained it really bad. I won't be on the season. And then that's when they'll lose because of the ignorance of the whole entire team, the coaches, everybody, and that. Everybody praising, this is what it is, everybody praising another human being more than God in Christ is why they lost. It happens all the time. Repeated all the time. There's always something. It's like I always said, the Patriots always cheated. They always knew the plans of people in that. But for some reason, they lost when they cheated. They used the double tongue, which is cheating, because they believe that they were perfectionate. They believe they never do anything wrong. Now, of course, all the team never thought that, but they were paid to think that. Money can be evil. And all of a sudden they lose the championship. And they sit there and they're like, well, how'd you lose in that? It's like, oh, no. The coach sitting there banging his fucking head up against the wall and that, why did we lose? And they all know why. Because you don't believe in something that's more than yourself. Hence it. Everybody that's been enormously successful, so to speak, that wasn't put into the fucking system, that wasn't won because of the system itself, has always believed in Jesus Christ. All of them. They always talk about it. Always give thanks to Christ. Always give thanks to God. Always, 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 and they always win. It's not because they gave thanks to Christ. It's not because they gave thanks to God. It's because they know that they're mortals. They know that no one else is better than Christ, than God. That's the whole point. And that's what we have to think about as a society, that when people take considerations of stuff and that, like faith and that, and they want to throw it all over the place and that, say like the Muslims or the Hindus or the Buddhists, and mostly it's just Muslims. Muslims are the newest discovery of, well, stuff they like to throw out of hand too much. So I start listening to this one guy that disproves the Quran. People don't even read the damn Quran. And he even says, you guys don't even read the Quran for what it is. The Quran specifically states that it is corrupted. It states it over and over and over again. Over and over and over again. It keeps on stating it. And people want to think, well, it can't be because it's the Word of God. It's not the Word of God. It never was the Word of God. It's because why people that are Muslims don't understand why it's corrupted. Because you never read anything else before that. You just read what's there and you want to praise a God that is multiples of gods. And then people want to get upset about it. Okay, right there. When you are a sore loser in something because you do not know, you get upset about it and then you start hating on people. Why? Because it's easier to hate than it is to appreciate. Appreciate the loss. Appreciate the win. You got to appreciate both of them. Because you're never always going to be a fucking winner over a loser. You're most likely going to be a loser in life until you become a straight up successful winner. And that could take time. It always takes time. No matter what you do, it's always a time thing with everything. It does not matter. It always takes time. It's like I'm playing this game right now on the side while I'm talking. It's called Hero Tower. This game takes time to grow. This is a good lesson to take. The more time you put into this game, the more stronger you get, the more wealth you get, the more money you get. All of it takes time. The faster you get at tapping it, all of it's a time management. But people never want to admit to defeat. And this is a psychological thing that I've been researching for so long in that because it did to myself. We want to make up what? We want to make up why we don't know. So just saying, oh yeah, I just don't know. We're peer pressure to think that we know everything. We are peer pressure to make us think that we know everything. It happens so much, especially in society. They don't want to be stupid. But the funny thing is, that is stupidity. That's how you are dumb and why you are dumb. It's a tough bolt to swallow because it's pride. Satan doesn't believe that he's stupid. God says that he is, to a certain extent. He knew that he was wrong. That's why he has so much pride. He, as of today, still, since he lives eternity, without time is not change. You don't change. That's why God gave us time so we can change and adapt and go through the cycles of life. Angels were not born from a womb. They were created. They were created specifically in the way that they were, and they weren't going to change. Hence why angels of heaven that are with God are always loyal to God. Angels of Lucifer are always loyal to Lucifer. Their mindset has always been like that. Some atheists want to go against God. Why does God do this? Why you gotta do that? And you have to ask them, why do people do that? Why do people disobey rules that were supposed to guide us towards a better life? Why do people sit there and break the rules and then sit there and keep on breaking the same rules over and over again? And they want to sit there and cry about the rules being broken. Change the rules. They're pretty simple rules. I should be able to do anything you want. You can do anything you want, but there's always consequences for everybody's actions. So it doesn't matter where you go, it doesn't matter what you do, there's a consequence to every action if it's wrong, if it's against the rules. Human society is different than heaven society. God's society is a hell of a lot different than ours. Why? Because he's the creator that made everything in his liking. So when you don't obey the rules that were given to us by God, or even by Christ, guess what happens? You follow the line of damnation. And everyone wants to follow the line of damnation because it's fun. Being on drugs and having sex and busting nuts all the time is fun. You know what makes life more fun? Having fun when you deserve it. That's why you take drugs, because you know you don't deserve that fun because you don't work at that. It's like a kid. When you build something with Legos or you build something with Connects or you build something, all kids do it. Most kids do it. Guess what happens? The reward of building it is seeing a masterpiece. Seeing your eyes light up and say, man, I finally did something. You're excited. You're thrilled. That's what we lost. We lost the thrill and excitement of completing something. And every time we try something new, we get more and more afraid because we think we can't complete it. But when you do complete it, because you have the willpower and the confidence to do it, you start making masterpieces. That's where art comes from. That's where buildings come from. That's where all existence comes from. Someone had to build the first house. Someone had to build the first of everything. They were the confident, will-driven people that said, I want to make life better for everybody else, so I will build this, spite the people that say horse and buggy's better than a car. And now we got cars. This is how life is, how life will always be. God has driven us to be like this. No matter how much people are screaming, shouting, like, my feelings. No one cares about your feelings, Taylor Swift lovers, Beyonce lovers. They're all a bunch of whores. Why? Because they like to be like that, evidently. That's their life. Cool beans. Everything's given to them. They don't even have to sing. All their shit's pitch perfect because of technology. Technology has tried to make things more perfect. Not saying technology is bad, but technology is trying to make things more perfect. Auto-tune. You can auto-tune your voice to sound beautiful. But when you go on live encounter, which happens a lot of people, man, they sound like fucking shit. Oh, they're all fucking voiceovers. They're not actually singing. They're lipping. And then we do hear them. It more or less sounds like this. That's basically what it sounds like. Sounds like gobbledygook. You know, they're like, and then when you auto-tune it, they're all like, ooh. They sound perfect. Of course, because it's fucking. They believe they're perfect because of technology. Perfection, it comes down to what? Pride. Pride comes down to what? Lucifer. The most deadliest sin of all sins is pride. Because it commits all the other sins. Because you can never admit defeat when you have too much pride. If you can't admit defeat, you can never learn from the mistakes that you make. Know what you do is, you don't learn. That's it. You just don't learn. And while you're sitting there, being upset and crying, like most people do, including myself, done it for many years, and not for the last, for many decades. You know, I'm only 34. Done it for the last 2 decades and that. When I was 14, that crying about life and that, because I didn't think everything was supposed to be this and this and this. Living a fairy tale land. Thought my next door neighbor was going to be the love of my life and that because Disney told me so. Yeah, being dead serious. And now I understand she ain't worth anything. That's my thing. And now I understand I get women better than her all the time. Despite the fact this is my own personal history I'm talking about here. But I understand it now. Because that's what life's all about. Understanding what you are capable of, understanding what you can do. And the more you understand, the more better you are in life. The less you understand, the less you are in life. To love others takes more time than it is to hate others. You can dislike someone immediately, but to like someone, it takes time. Why is that? Because it is harder. That's why. Takes longer. It takes discipline. It takes time to love someone. Does it take time to say you want to bang someone? No. A girl can look at me and be like, man, you're hot. Let me play around with your balls. It's easy. But if I say this, man, I like you, but I want to love you. Lust and love, two different things. Lust doesn't take much time. You just find someone off the street corner and say, hey, baby, here's $100. Money. Money is a free currency. Money is only determined on what you do with it. It's determined the evil of it. Here, baby, here's $100. And all of a sudden, oh, lust. But you say, you meet someone, can't say off the street, saying like in life and that. And that woman says no. And they'd be like, why? It's $100. Don't you want $100? It's like, do I look like a whore? It's like, well, no, but you're really beautiful in that. Because it takes time to get it. It takes time to get that, what you want. So, like, goals are meant to be met. So if I really like a woman in that, I really want to bang her in that, just to say, it takes time. Just like building the damn Lego building. It takes time to build up. But once you're done, it's a masterpiece. See how it works? Once you're done, it's a masterpiece. It's not about the money. It's not about the pussy for men. It's not about getting all the dick as a woman. It's about the masterpiece at the end of your life that means more. You're building your Lego building. You're building your life up to the peak of learning about salvation, about learning what Christ has told us in the Bible over and over again. And to admit that you are a sinner, to admit that you do wrong. That's how you grow. It is harder to not sin than it is to sin for a reason, because sinning is the easy way out. That's why committing suicide is a sin. It's the easy way out of life. We're supposed to live life to our peaks of hardships and understanding. That's what guides us to be better. And once you learn it, it becomes easier. Once you go down the right path that God has put us on this earth to go through, it gets easier because you have the best guider in the world, which is God. God guides you towards better life. Guides you. He did not say it's going to be easy. He never said it was going to be easy. He didn't say it was going to be hard enough where you can't complete it. But you can. Everybody can. Hence why, the more you start to understand it, the better off you are. That's what life's all about. Understanding and appreciating. And that's what it is. You have to do it like that. If you don't appreciate it, then who else will? No one. That's why life is meant to be the way it is. We had to appreciate it. We all know what it is to go through hardships. You know, people always want to say, it's like, you don't know what it is to be this and that, this and that. It's why we have to protect our children and protect our women. As men, created by God, first and foremost, being the leader, need to take the risk of that leader. So children need to learn. Why don't children learn? Because they don't have the parents that want to teach them. I know a lot of kids have pride, like their like faith and all that stuff, and they have pride in their culture and that. They want you to believe that they're more dominant, and I hear this stuff all the time in that, like especially in the Bosnian community and that. They have so much pride, and I don't know why. They have so much pride and all this stuff in that. It's the kids, not the parents. The parents evidently been through it all. But the kids think they have so much pride in their culture and that, and why they are that. Like, you are that because of your parents, not because of you. You have no value. When you're using someone else's money, just to say, and you're trying to think, that's mine, you never created anything. I created a YouTube channel for my own personal health and to research and to promote goodwill. I'm promoting goodwill. I'm trying to promote better will. So my actual job, besides being a damn, management at a car wash, that's just a money job. My actual job from God himself is to promote these psychological breakthroughs to try to help humanity out because we need it. Hence why my channel is not growing. Why? Because YouTube knows, they know that I'm one of those channels that knows the truth. You can't promote the truth. They have all these psychological channels out there now. They talk about, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. It could be my thumbnails. Yeah, it could be my thumbnails. But no. If people find my channel because they find my channel, I give them props for finding my channel. Why? Because you're trying something new and then you decide to stay because wow, this person should be having millions of subs or whatever it might be. No, or I had like younger kids at my work and I'd say, oh, so you're kind of like Andrew Tate. I'm not like Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate's, well, first off, he's a fucking Muslim, which is, about as far as I'll go with that. He's definitely just a person that just cares about himself a lot. And he tries to say, I'm a good person. You're a multi-billion-dollar thief that steals from people, giving them false fucking hope in life. You say a lot of right things in that, but when you call yourself top fucking G, you're enabling that you are better than God. Top G, top God. And you are nothing close to being as great as Jesus Christ of Nazareth. You are nothing close to being great than God himself. Settle down, boy, because you're about to get fucking taught a lesson from a fucking dude that doesn't have much but a fucking bed, a camera, and a PlayStation 5, and a damn TV. You can have your Bugattis. You can have your Cuban cigars. You can eat out the best pussy in the world. Hence, they all been fucked by 1,500 dudes. You have no ruling in life that's more better than me. Why? because you aren't anything like me. You will never be anything like normal people. Next, you chose to go down the road that you went down. You chose to break your faith with God to go down the road of what you're going down. Hence, why you're trying to criticize women about this and that. Biologically standing, yes, men are leads. Yes, women love valuable men. But your value is too much value. There's always a sense of too much. Everyone wants to be with Andrew Tate. No, that's bullshit. Because you're a man whore. Not every woman like massively experienced guys. That's complete bullshit. So when you go down through the biologics, let me put you to school right now, because I know more what you'll probably know, because you're just some guy that just makes money, no business bullshit. Cool beans, you know how to make money. That awesome. I know how to research. Been doing it a lot longer than you've been making money. And time to put people in school. As biologics, men lead, women follow. Simple, right? Society changes, cultures change. Women don't need to follow a man anymore for the success of themselves, okay? Women follow success by itself because men give them success. No, they don't need to follow a man for success as in be in a relationship and get married and have kids and that, because nowadays, men are the one that throw the money out towards the women so they can be successful. Money is the leading reason why women are going down this path. That's just how it is. What's up, bud? That's how it's always going to be. Given women, so to say, when people say, a lot of women's history, conservative women say this, giving women the right to vote is the reason why society fell. You're putting feelings with logic. It's mean that men are not the ones leading, women are leading with men. Hence the reason why society is the way it is now. Well, that's not equality, Nat. There's never equality to begin with. Men gave equality. Women are never made to be equal when it comes down to certain things. The whole job and role of a woman is to take care of the man and the kids. Right? Society changes. So now society goes down to what? They didn't even do this shit for 10,000 years. Same thing. Woman took care of man and took care of children, and the man took care of children and women that they were with. That's the whole idea of it. Now the rules are equal. What happens to equal rules? Women don't think like men do. When women get more value, hence the reason why the right to vote for a woman has destroyed the country, and let me explain, is because you made them equal to man when they know they're not equal to man. That's it. They use a lot of emotional psychology to break down logic to say, well, this and this and this and this. That's why we have abortion. That's why we have crime. That's why we have all this stuff and that. Is that because there's not actual good logical women out there? There is. But man's been doing it for so long and be leaders. Why we accept women to be leaders now? Because you want opinions? Okay, opinions are still there. Right? That's how you get people in Congress like AOC. AOC is a fucking retard. Omar, where the fuck her last name is. Oh, another retard. You take these dumbass women in leadership roles that have no honor, no dignity, have nothing. They're like, here, you got a fat rack, here's a paycheck. Okay, I'll do what I have to do. She doesn't even know Congress. She didn't even go to college to get to know how our Constitution works. They gave her fucking paper. She signed it for $10 million a year or whatever. And I say, hey, if you be a Democrat, which is normally what it is, honestly, to tell you the truth. You being a Democrat, here's what I want you to learn. Nothing. Yay! I want you to read this script and talk about how bad people are that are Christians. These people are the antichrists. Anyone that goes against Christ, Jesus said in John, 100% in John, and Matthew, and Luke, people that will go against me because they know I am the only way to salvation. The only way to salvation is through me. No other Bible, Torah, whatever, Quran, whatever, hoodoo, whatever the fuck other bullshit's out there never states that. You know what they give you? They give you rules and guidelines to follow. Christ has never gave us any guidelines or rules because he knows that we're imperfect. He knows we're going to break them. The Ten Commandments are the only thing that's been given out in the Bible now, and whatever else might be given out in the Bible now. But the Ten Commandments are the main thing they gave out in the Bible now to discuss basic guidelines for us. Once again, Christ said in John and the prophet of Matthew, I am the only way to salvation. And people want to think there's rules of it. There is no rules. You believe in Jesus Christ, the Son of God, you will have salvation. If you let him guide you, you will lead to salvation. It's not about, I say it's about going to heaven, but it's about being heavenly on earth. To make peace on earth. We have the decisions to make. We choose not to make the decisions because of these AOCs and all these stupid motherfuckers out there. They're all a bunch of Satanists. They all suck dick for a living. They all date weak-ass fucking people. They do this so much immoral shit because they're atheists. They're Satanists. There are people that don't believe in Jesus Christ being the Son of God. And they hate it. As soon as they hear that, Son of God, you can see it in their face. They get mad and angry. I said, why are you getting so mad and angry over the truth? While you're sitting there, if you don't believe that Jesus Christ is the Son of God, you're sitting there smoking your dab pens and drinking booze and popping pills. I believe, guess what? I don't do none of that. I drink a damn pre-workout I have in my bottle. This is a pre-workout. I'm in a good mood to preach a little bit today and give some love to everybody that wants to come on the channel. I'm here to give, faith to everybody that you can build your Lego, world in that, which is goals, and get to your peak, which is salvation. We're supposed to be sinners, but admitting that you are a sinner is the reason why you grow as a human being. You say, I don't do wrong, then you are nothing but a Satanist. Because that's what pride is. Satanism. I fuck up a lot. I'm very intelligent. I'm a researcher. I'm very, very intelligent. I break down my life. I break down other people's lives. You know how much brain power it takes to break down people's lives, especially people you don't know, and scenarialize every teeny bit of their life in that and try to see what the root cause of it is? It's all the same shit. Bad parents. Lack of faith. Lack of believing in Christ. 100%. Everybody that goes towards Christ. It's scary. Why? Because it's true. If you say you pray to Jesus and then you say, I pray to Jesus Christ every day and that, I know he's the Son of God. I know he's the Messiah. I know he's the one that forgave all of our sins and that. It touches your heart. Why does it touch your heart every single time you pray? Because it's true. That's why it touches your heart. Because you were made by God. You were created by God. That's why it touches your heart. And this is why people don't like it. They think it's weakness. If you think it's weakness, if you think that it's weakness, it's not weakness. It takes true strength to believe in what is true, if not knowing what is true. true strength to know the truth. You are being weak by knowing the lies. Because it's easier to be told lies than it is to know the truth. Truth takes time to work at to become stronger. And going to the gym, seeing weak ass fucking people at the gym, younger than me, can't even bench press over 110 pounds. Weak ass fucking people in that. And I'm doing 300 fucking pounds, over 200 pounds with reps. Seeing these weak ass individuals. They don't want to work hard. They have no faith in Jesus. They don't care. Hence why they're weak. I become stronger ever since I started to develop a relationship with my Christ. Nothing but strength. Nothing but glory. Nothing but grace. More peaceful minded. More understanding of life. Understanding of life, which is the biggest part of the thing. Helping people every chance I can to a certain degree. Give them goodwill. But people that don't want to be helped. That's my biggest struggle. When I see homeless people and I see people pray for homeless people, see people give them money in that. Christ gave homeless people money because they had no choices back then but to be homeless. These homeless people are on drugs, they're alcohols, they are massive sinners. So why should I constantly give myself to people that don't want to give thyself to Christ? They never. That's the whole point of why Jesus went to the homeless people, went to Mary Magdalene and told her, "You are forgiven for your sin of being a whore." And she was forgiven. She stopped doing it. That's what it is. You can pray to everybody in the world and say, "I want everyone to release their sins and to become one with me, because I'm one with Christ." They don't. Because they're drugged out on alcohol. They're constantly drugged out. The double nectar is drugs. Narcotics are the nectar. And then nectar, narcotics, doubles nectar, narcotics. A lot of people do narcotics, massive narcotics. People say, well, caffeine. Caffeine's a stimulant. It's a minor, you want to talk about narcotics, it's a stimulant. Narcotics themselves, or it changes the chemical compounds in your mind to be worse than what they are. Come on. Hence the reason why a lot of people take prescription medicines for their disorders. It's not a disorder. It never was a disorder. It's a lack of faith in Christ. I used to have disorders, mass anxiety, anger issues. I was suicidal for many years. And a lot of people go through the same stuff as me. And as I was growing, I think of things psychologically a lot, which hence why I start researching it when I was 16. Or say 14 or 15. I really started to dig into it now when I was in freshman year of high school and that. And I'm 34 now. So it's been 19 years, so to speak. And the more and more I went down the system, that the more and more I start to think about it, that the more I start understanding, I start to get at the point you can learn all the stuff that you want about how the world works. But if you don't have someone that's guiding you, that knows more than you, so to speak, that's why always people try to look at that. Should look the guiding points of someone that knows more than you. The only one that knows everything is God. The best guiding point is Christ. The best guiding point is God. They know everything. And that's why some people want to dive themselves into sin, because they think they know everything. You know everything that you know. Get it? You know everything that you know. But God knows everything. See how the words are set? God knows everything. that everything, you only know everything you know. To be all knowledgeable, we couldn't compare. Our brains cannot comprehend every single aspect of life. I know a lot about human development, emotional psychology, sexual development, all these things. And I'm learning more from listening to other people that know these things. But I'm still learning. God and Jesus know everything. So who's the best guiding point? God, Christ. Who's the one that gives us the best guidelines? God and Christ. And that feeling that you get when you fall into that category of giving yourself to Christ, giving yourself to God, is that you are guided. Hi, puppy. What are you doing there, boo-boo? You're all cold. Oh, boo-boo. Oh, yeah, good. What? Hey, old puppy. Yeah, he's old. He's almost 15. Come on, go by daddy. What's up? What's up, Mason? That's why people always have problems. They won't be guided by other humans. Other humans can't guide you. They can teach you because they know more than you, but they're not the best of guiders. They can only guide you for so long in their own personal succession. The whole point of being, say, a good preacher or a good guide is guide to something that is overcompensating of everything, which is, Jesus and God. People can fight against it all they want. Until you can prove to me these aren't good guiders, then you should sit down and shut the fuck up and listen, because you don't know anything. You know absolutely nothing of the world. You know absolutely nothing at all. Because schools don't teach you. They never did teach you. That's the reason why we need guiders. But even guiders need guiders, and other guiders need guiders. It's a learning process. No matter what kind of terms you have with yourself and that, whatever allegiance that you follow, that's cool. I don't follow what humans tell me. Because humans can always deceive each other, and they do it for gains, most likely. Of all the times I read the Bible and that, read John and read Matthew and that, read all the stuff in that, I read gold. Is that because, you believe in something that's from a book and that, blah, 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 blah. I believe something of witnesses of people that wrote notes about what happened back then. We still have Diaries of Anne Frank. Remember Diaries of Anne Frank? A woman, a young lady during the Nazi times that was writing down what was happening in that. That's no different than the Bible. Why? Because it was written down by someone that told the truth. So of all these people that wrote down constantly what Christ was doing, that what God has told them, they wrote it down. Does it make it true? Doesn't matter how old it is. Anne Frank, what, back in the 40s? Back in the 30s, late 30s? That's almost been 100 years now, so we can count that as being false, or was it true? Could have been changed. It could have been changed throughout the years and that. But throughout the years, if all the Bibles are still the same and that evidently hasn't been changed. Some truths can never be changed because their holdings are secret. People are scared to change because they know the truth of that Bible. I didn't talk about the King James Bible, or fuck the King James Bible. A lot of it is They do have a lot of the good stuff in there, and they took out a lot of stuff too. The actual testimonies of people back then. That's what we need. It's been passed down for generations, thousands of years. It's 2,000 something years since Christ was dead. That's why we have BC and AC, before Christ and after Christ. That's indulged in our society. I like how we have it like that, and everyone agrees with that, don't you? That makes it very interesting. Everyone agrees with the BCAC, before Christ, after Christ, was the name like that. But people still go against Christ dying. That's kind of funny, but it's embedded into our history. It's embedded into the age. If it's embedded into the ages, then why are all these religions going against it when it's embedded into the years? Because they all know it's true. And John stated the testimonies when he was talking to Christ. He was writing down what he was doing. He said over and over again. He hinted that people will go against me for that they know I am the Son of God. They will hate me and be the Antichrist of the world. Hence Muhammad. Hence all these other people from all these different cultures and that. He was hinting thousands of years. That's what prophets do. That's why, Muslims say Jesus was a prophet. Jesus was God. He was the Son of God. That's the whole point of it. He was the overcompensating person. Because if he was just a prophet in that, he sinned. Jesus never sinned. You would say, well, what do you have no proof that he sinned? Not once. And it's not even sinning for the acts, it's sinning for the thoughts. Acting is better, of sinning than it is the thoughts. But the thoughts enter to your head, that's the whispers of the devil. That's why it's a thought. You think of it, you see it. It's like why cultures change. So like if you watch movies in that, you watch movies of being nice and peaceful and that, there's no murder, there's no sex, there's nothing. You would never think about that. Then you see it. Television programs, you just see it. See the tits, see the pussy, see the sex, see the violence, the gore, the horror movies and that. It's indoctrinating you to start to see that in reality, hence why people psychologically get broken and why people kill people and that, why people do these certain things and that. These are whispers of the devil. Hence why a lot of people do the mafia gangster shit nowadays. I see that so much. Oh, my gangster on mafia. No, you're not. You're a fucking loser. That sounds like a loser, and you are a loser for sounding like a fucking loser. Hence why people do it. It's cool, it's rad, look at me, but truthfully inside they're not like that. But they think they're like that. No one else acts like that besides you. And you say, well, why not? Because it's stupid and it's demoralizing, you're a fucking idiot. Lack of knowledge is what it is. Because schools don't teach you anything. When you have lack of knowledge in school, the kids come out stupid as fuck. They don't talk right. They can't even spell fucking shit half the time. They don't understand anything. Simple mathematics and that. 2 plus 2 is 4. Okay, 2 times 10 is 20. 100 times 100 is 10,000. People be, huh? You wouldn't know simple basis of mathematics. Simple basis of society itself and how to communicate. That's why people use indirect words. They spell words differently because they think that it's hip or cool. No, you're stupid. You're identifying yourself as being dumb. But you don't believe it's dumb. Hint what I said 20 minutes ago. For people that don't know that they're dumb will never be smart. For people that know that they're dumb to begin with, don't know that they're dumb will never be smart. Don't know that they're dumb will never be smart. People that know that they're dumb will always know how to get smarter because you realize how fucking dumb you are. Hence why we have these cultural differences all over the place. They don't believe that they're stupid. They're trying to start a new trend. You're a fucking moron. You sound like someone that doesn't even know how to speak proper fucking language. You're listening to shit that is fucking retarded. You're listening to stuff that is demoralizing and ignorant to society. But you think it's cool and rad to listen to all this crap. Most of it's music. A lot of it's certain shows that, but most of it's music. You listen to a bunch of people that talk about the dumbest fucking shit in the world. And you're like, yeah, man, that's cool. Let's talk about this. And, it's stupid. You're an idiot. Like, kids always worry. Some kids will always worry about money and that. They're so fixated on money. Actually, a lot of people are. It's actually a psychological thing that you're fixated on something. Because money is power. The more money you have, the more power you have. Okay. The thing is, what's more powerful than money? What's more powerful than, building stuff? What's more powerful than humanity? God. So if you believe that money is power and you don't believe in God, you don't see that Jesus actually gave himself up for everybody to sin as much as they want. As long as you believe, as long as you forgive yourself and forgive others and push yourself to be towards salvation, that guess what happens? You're a nobody. The rich man said to Jesus, he says, I done good. And Christ said, you did not do good because you don't believe in me. How do you know that you did good? Just because you're rich. Look at all the stuff that you did to get that money. He told him to give it all away to people in need and to believe in me. That's the point of it. We can be wealthy, but wealthiness is sometimes a curse when you have too much. That's why I believe in money. I believe in myself doing things, but I don't want a lot. I don't want anything. I need to survive. I don't want to survive. I need to survive. Hence the difference of need and want. It doesn't matter. People want to think, oh yeah, this is not. I want to have a Ferrari. I want to be like Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate's a fucking moron, guys. He does know things and that, but he's a con artist. Hence why he has all this money. Truthfully, inside his heart, he's probably that gentle soul that was fighting in the arena, being a kickboxer. Now he gained a lot of confidence in that, but dude was built that way. If you want to praise this man, why praise a man when God created man? I will listen to people. I would digest what they do. But their money doesn't make them better than God. Their money doesn't make them better than Christ because they're all fucking sinners. They're all sinners. They live the luxury life of what the devil gave them. They're all sinners. Because life is not meant to be that easy. It's like, oh, it was hard for him. Dude's a con artist. He's just like Jake Paul or John Paul, or the fuck his name is. He's a con artist. He's been caught doing cons. Arnold Schwarzenegger was a con artist. There's other bodybuilders that were better than him, and they call him out for it. As of now, they call him out for it. He knew how to talk to people. He used psychologics, which is a con artist. He used psychologics to get what he wanted. And yes, he was a gifted. I ain't gonna lie, Terminator was great in that. When he was younger than that, I'm sure he was a lot better of a person than that. But he's so scared of death. He hinted it in an interview. I don't know what interview it was. He hinted that he's so scared of death that he said, "Heaven does exist. This is the only life that we have." So your banging action star, one of the most popular people in the world, is a fucking pussy. I'm not scared of death. Death is a peace and a judgment. People that are scared of death, they're scared of being judged. They're scared to death. Why they say you're scared to death. Why? Because you're going to be judged at the end. They all feel it in their hearts. They all feel it in their souls and spirits that they know they're going to be judged. That's the biggest fear ever, is knowing that you're going to be judged by Christ when you die, unless you follow him. That should be fearful. God says, "Fear me and love me, for that I am powerful." He said that for a reason. People fear power. Power in mortal life is not anything. Power of eternity is everything. That's why atheists go get God. Why is God gonna be so tormented in that? Cause that's how the rules work. You fear the Creator for that He loves you. Why? You can't learn without fear. Fear is how you learn, because it's hard. With no fear at all, you never learn, which is easy. It's harder to learn than it is to not learn. You can act like a fucking dumbass your whole entire life, but something always hits you. It did with me, it does with everybody else. Some people can't comprehend that. They'll never comprehend that. They're scared of it. I asked them, it's like, why are you so scared? Because I don't know. Well, then follow the person that does know. Follow the person that does know. Well, what do you mean follow the person? Well, Jesus Christ of Nazareth was a person. Follow the person that knows. Done. It's pretty simple. I don't know why it's so hard about people not giving in to something that wants to help you to live a better life. I don't understand it anymore as a human, as a person of my age now. I don't get it. It's easy. Follow someone that wants to guide you towards a better life. The person, only one. Only one person can guide you towards a better life. That's why when people utter their name, utter thy name, Jesus Christ, you can feel it in the air. People that have demons fear it, so the human acts up. A person that has Christ feels purity, feels grace. When you utter the most important name in our lifetime, the most important name in our lifetime is Jesus Christ. Dead, done, over. Follow him. He will lead you to salvation and to heaven. It's that simple. Why do people fight against it so much? Because they know they feel that it's true, but they don't know that it's true. They're confused. They think, "Oh, you're just a religious bigot." In that, I was talking to this one girl on Facebook, and that this is what she said about the Bible, and I was struck and how fucking retarded this woman was. God bless her soul. Hopefully she'll learn. I prayed for her and that, and hopefully someone will teach her and preach to her and actually give her some actual good. She's a cosplayer in LA. Oh wow, city of fucking sin. Go figures. And she's so fucking dumb that I asked her, like, who ever read the Bible? Or even read John, Apostle John. There's like 4 or 5 chapters of it. It specifically explains in detail what is happening today. That's why it's real. It's explaining that's how I got into it. Explaining the details, what's happening today. Everyone's going up against Christ. Jesus said that 2,000 something years ago in the Bible. I want the cuss there. Had to stop myself there. Wrote it in the Bible 2,000 years ago. Explain what's happening today of the Antichrist. It's not a person, a son of the devil. And that Antichrist is someone who doesn't believe in God had a son, as in had Jesus Christ, which was the Son of God. That's what the Antichrist is. The disbelief in Jesus being the Son of God. That's it. Christ. Jesus said it specifically in the Bible a whole bunch of times through Matthew, Luke, John, all these things said specifically. So I started thinking about that. Like, that makes perfect sense. If people are going against someone, if everybody jumps on someone, you know what makes it really funny? That means that someone must be right. That's how it works. Because there's only one God. There's only one Jesus. So if everyone jumps and starts attacking our Lord, starts saying all these dirty things, saying it can't be true, can't be this, can't be that, look at their lives. This is how you learn. Look at their lives, the ones that don't give themselves to Christ. They're horrifying. They're scared. They're afraid of death. They're doing drugs. They're doing alcohol. They're smoking weed. They're all melting down their brains because they don't want to give in to someone that's trying to give them salvation. That's it. And it makes you think, doesn't it? Like, pray. People don't pray anymore. I pray all the time. I prayed before I went to bed. You know? Christ said, think of me as a friend. Pray, talk to me. Talk to me, son. Talk to me, daughter. God said the same thing. They are the same, but they're, separated through certain things. Talk to me, son. Talk to me, daughter. I want to hear from you. That's love. Just like parents. Parents say, talk to me, son. Talk to me, daughter. I want to know your pain so I can help you. That's love. God is the overseer of all fathers. Talk to me. I want to show you the way towards happiness, towards salvation, towards love. Things are not created out of hate, they're created out of love. Period. It doesn't matter how much people want to think. And oopsies. That every child is created out of love. But people that go against that love, go against God, people go against God, they feel the wrath. Just like this abortionist woman in that. She was young in that. She had her first abortion. And this is how fucked up society is. She was having an abortion party praising her killing of her baby. Whew. I ain't gonna lie. I hate to be that person. Why? Second time she had an abortion, she died. Fear me. For that I am love. That felt God's wrath, she died. And for that tremendous sin that she was doing, was she forgiven? That's enough for me to say it. But knowing of the circumstances of in that, God works in mysterious ways. I'm on Team Jesus' side. I mean, who wants to go to hell for real? Come on, who wants to do this stuff? Who, you know, even from the Torah that they say hell is a big tormented place, but your soul is stained with stuff and that, and the Torah does say that Lucifer made a deal with God and that say I will torment these souls for how much they sin. And supposedly God is supposed to take them out of hell and put them into heaven. But as a Christian, that they use hell as a reference of fire. It's not a fire that burns. They said it multiple times in the gospel that hell wasn't meant for humans. It was meant for Lucifer. It was meant for his angels. Even the Nephilim that got wiped out, their souls got put on this world as demons. Nephilim became demons. Are scared to go to hell. Hence, when Jesus was talking to a little boy, and I think it was a little girl, or whatever it is, and the demon said, "I am legion, I am many," and he says, even the demons were so scared when these demons are afraid of God, the worst of the worst, the man eaters of the world. I'm sure hell I'm going to be afraid. Why? Because hell is real. Now, how people depict hell might be different. That's scary shit. Well, if you got demons that are afraid of it, I sure hell would be afraid of it. Why would I want to live in that place? So to say, is it just a fear matrix to push us towards Christ? I mean, yeah, that's what fear is. Fear is a learning, a discipline to push us towards better things. If you got these demons and these Nephilim that became the demons and that's some scary shit. They roamed the earth and were slaughtering and eating people and shit. Attack on Titan shit. Oh, how do you know it's real? Because we keep finding these gigantic 20-foot tall bones and shit. We keep finding all this stuff and that. This shit's fucking scary. So yes, I want to believe in God. Please protect me from these things. Please, 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 please. Because this shit is fucking scary shit. I had demons in my room before. I've seen the black figurines. This shit is fucking real. And it's scary. I'm happy that I have God and Christ on my side because I couldn't deal with it without. There's no other way. And some people have a lot of demons. They're called, that's why the people that are overly emotional that don't want to learn that they have demons, they have possessions, they have people that they have entities around them that are whispering these thoughts and that in their head to a certain extent, like the thoughts in your head are coming from outside spirit sources and that, and like you hear your ears ring. They said there's supposed to be an angel or a demon around you. It's a sign of a spiritual conflict. My ears ring a lot. And how do I know this is real? There was one day at Denny's, and it was probably the freakiest moment in my life, other than hearing that demon stomp in my room. That really changed my life and changed my view on how I think about things. And so I was at Denny's tonight. I think I was on break and that. Our route is really slow. I was talking to this group of old people and one of them, said she was having surgery and that. So I did the calling sign of love. I do a circle with a cross in it with my fingers. I always do it. Always. Anytime I see a child or see, people that I think that are, I mean, even though it's not my judgments, but people that I assume need love, I do cross with a circle around it, which means love. And I've been doing it for decades now towards everybody I see, mostly younger people, like toddlers and children and that, because they need a good guider, and normally Christ always sees the guy. So I've been having these little snippets here and there. It started with this lady and that, and she said something was wrong with her, that she was going through like some type of thing and that. She's not a bad person. She's actually very loving in that. I mean, she's kind of, ignorant to a certain extent, but she shows it out of love. And so I did my sign in that, and I hold my hand out underneath the table in that. And I felt a little like tensity in my hand. And me and her both heard. This is what weird. The angel of healing has a trumpet, right? If you ever read the Bible, angel of healing has a trumpet. He blows his trumpet to heal people. I heard a trumpet noise go off. Only me and her heard it. I heard a ooh. It was rather loud, like a high pitch. And she was like, I didn't say nothing because I already knew what it was. She was so freaked out. She's like, what was that noise? It was just like that. I didn't say nothing, but I felt it. And she was freaking out. And she's like, did anyone else hear that noise? So, was my prayer answered? Did everything go well with this person? Well, she's still alive. Does that not tell you that God is love? It does. So if you hear these noises and you hear, angels always say this, always says, thou shalt not fear me. They always say that over and over again. Don't fear me. For that I'm the angel of God. They always say that over and over and over again. It's been through the Gospels over again. They always say, don't fear me. And that's the biggest thing. So as I start going through this and that, I start understanding the things that I start asking myself, was it me, someone that was unfaithful, someone that believes cold-hearted? I'm just a normal human being in some people's eyes. I truly believe that I am very, very blessed. I'm starting to see these actions throughout my life. Brain's changing. I'm changing. Everything's changing because of this. So I'm seeing what is really there. I'm seeing what life is. I don't have fear anymore, barely. It doesn't exist. Why fear mortal life when you have to fear God? Mortal life's barely 100-something years now. So you start seeing these changes. And of course, Mason, you're gonna doubt it because you don't know shit. You don't know anything. Because you don't see anything from different perspectives. You only see anything from the gangster perspective. Well, all gangsters are a bunch of fucking morons anyway. But the whole point of it is, once you see it, you can't unsee it. We live life with blindfolds. We only hear. We don't really see and hear. That's why we have senses. We just hear. That's what the satanic thing is. Eyes shut, mouth shut, ears closed. Then we're the senses to see and to talk and to hear God. That's why Satanists do that monkey see, monkey don't say, monkey don't hear. It's the whole point of this. I'm not going to fear death. Why? I don't need to fear death. Because death is just the ultimate peace. Think about it. Death is the ultimate peace towards living an eternity with someone that loves you. Hence why people that are sinners fear death. Because they know they're sinners. They just don't want to admit to it. They're scared of it. They're doing the opposite of what they do. And it makes you a better person. It drives you towards that. It's funny that you said it like that, Mason. Let me go back to what you said. You said, oh, you might have thought it was a bull. Now, bulls don't sound like a hum. Bulls sound like a shh. It wasn't that. And only 2 people heard it because I have evidence of Larry and Gordon there. Larry and Gordon there, and that one lady was there. They were so confused because she stated to them. She's like, did you guys hear that loud pitched noise? Larry and Gordon were like, no. It's like, we didn't hear anything. It's like, I swear. Here's what she said. I swear to God I heard it. Yeah. Because it was God that made you hear it. See how it works? I'm not 100% sure if I told her that I heard it, but I heard it. Heard very loud and clear. It was rather long. I could not mistake it for anything else, but only 2 people heard it. It was very, very loud. Almost ear-piercing loud. And no one else heard it. The whole store would have heard it. It was loud enough to hear. And it felt like grace was upon me. I felt happy, so happy that it was sad. I felt that the feelings were so beautiful. Hence why a lot of people don't like that. They don't like beauty. They don't like to feel good unless they're on drugs or unless they're acting like a fucking dumbass. But if you're afraid of something that wants to give you love, then you're afraid of love itself. Then how are you supposed to be married? How are you supposed to be in love with someone else when you can't love God? You might as well be single for the rest of your life and pull fucking Andrew Tate's fucking dumbass and be a fucking whore. Sit there and sin and sin and sin and sin and sin and sin and thinking, oh, I'm top G, dog. I steal people's money for bullshit con artist things and do a bunch of stupid shit because I got $15 billion. No one gives a fuck, bro. You take away all your money, Andrew Tate, and give it to everybody else that deserves it. That'd make you a better man than what you are today. Jesus said to the rich, why don't you give all the money that people actually need it? Since you've made your money, you don't make that much money without fucking people over. You do not. You make that much money by fucking people over. That's why you got caught with all that sex stuff and that. Even though it was illegal, because a lot of people do it, he got caught with it because he was spewing the truth about certain things. Yeah. But he made his money off of women. He made the bulk of his money off of women that accepted it. Okay, they accepted it. I agree. Was it moral? No. I would never be that addicted to money. Hence the word addicted. That's why people want to do all this stuff now. That's the problem with society. I want to get my promotion because I work hard for it. But the money's not the over-trapping thing that I want. I love my life where it's at. Do I want more? I guess. Some people my age in that, they have houses and kids and that. They have, if they're single at my age, they have all this stuff and that. And you think, all this stuff is so important that. But is it more important than God? No, it's not. It's never been. That's never been. That they're materials. We're meant to survive, not to have everything. Survival is a need, not a fucking want, guys. It's never been a want. It's been a need. When you start wanting better survival, you lose track of you being a human. You try to think of yourself as a god. And people do it so much. You want to be idolized. Oh, I have this. Andrew Tate wants to be idolized. You are no Christ. You are no God. You are a human being that's done enormous amount of stupid shit to get that wealth. You're a fucking nobody, top G. You ain't top G. Because Jesus is top G, bro. You're a fucking nobody. Hence why you went Muslim. He's an antichrist, guys. Andrew Tate is an antichrist. Why? Look at what he states. His brother doesn't do it. His brother believes in Christ. His brother has nothing to do with him. And he even stated in an interview, what's your difference of your religious belief in that? And he said, I'm 100% Christian. We don't talk about religion. Because his brother's on Team Jesus. And Andrew Tate took Team Satan. Plain and simple. He took the Antichrist way, the anti-Jesus. That's all it was. No, that's not how it works, bro. See, that's why you need to be taught. Do not hear the words that I stated, bro. Listen. Use those fucking ears, Mace. I'm trying to teach you something. The rich. Rich. You know what rich means, right? Someone that has overcompensating wealth for their lifestyle that they should be living. If I had hundreds of millions of dollars, I'd give $100 to a homeless person. Because I have overcompensate wealth. I can't lose my wealth. That's what rich means. I can lose my wealth because I'm not that wealthy. I have money, but I don't have millions of dollars for my lifestyle. So my lifestyle, if I had $1 million to say, and I had enough money, say I had it in my Everjones account that I was making, say 60, 70,000 a year off of my dividend, I would be considered rich where I live at now, if not rich altogether, because I would have constant wealth. It wouldn't even, the paycheck wouldn't matter because I would have more than the paycheck. So yes, you want to say yes. If I overcompensate in wealth, I would give my paycheck or give half my paycheck to a homeless person. If that person was truly homeless by decision or by how they live their life. There's a difference. People decide to be homeless. People that are put in homelessness because of drugs or alcohol or all these narcotics and that, they shall not get nothing because they're not trying to do better. That's not what Christ said. Jesus never told anyone to give to people that are unrighteous. They get, he talked about praying for unrighteous people and that. If you look at homeless people, people were forced to be out of their homes and live on the streets. Forced. Because of issues in that. True. You're supposed to give to people that don't have. The thing is, our society is different. That's what it is. Our culture has changed. These people have stuff. They have free cell phones, for God's sakes. They get free 5G cell phones. They're on their phones all day. I see them all the time on their phones all day, playing games and shit. Homeless people. They don't pay for nothing. We already paid for their stuff. Our taxes have already paid for their stuff. So we're always giving to the homeless. We're always giving to the welfare babies and that. We're constantly giving to people all the fucking damn time through taxes. All those phones, everything comes from what? They're not paying phone bills. They get free government phones through our taxes. We can't take that away or we get penalized. They force us to give to the weak. So if you want to look at it from that perspective, no, I would never give money to the fucking homeless people. I pray for them to get better, but they don't care because a true homeless person has nothing. These people have stuff. They have technology at their fingertips. So they're not truly broken because they have stuff. See what I mean? Some people don't want to work in that. You want to talk about the inner city people that don't want to work in that, live off welfare. Should we give to them? No, we already give to them. They choose not to work. They choose to believe in racism as a thing. But when you look at racist people, so to speak, you know what it is? It's just a culture difference. That's what it is. It's just a culture difference. So people want to, racism doesn't truly exist. Racism, the word of racism means I don't like color. I love color. I love the blues and greens and blacks and whites and that. That's what racism comes to. Color. Color doesn't have any tense of emotions. Color doesn't have any brain or heartbeat. It's a fucking color. So if a white person gets tan, are you going to be racist towards them just to say because they're tan? Because they look Latino? Oh, I don't like you because you're tan. No, you're not. You judge by their character. You judge by who they are. You don't instantly change your mind because a light black person gets blacker in the tanning booth and so, oh, you're super black now. I have to hate you because of the color of your skin. It's the character. It's pure, honest the character. When I get tanned in the summer, no one fucking judges me and say, I don't like you because you're tan. Then no one cares. They see me for who I am. So in the black community, I see how the black community is. When I see ignorant black men, most likely it's the men, ignorant black men give me those stares and that, and give me that gangster stares and shit, like they're supposed to be anything important, which, you know, they're not. But you can't say it's the black community. Bosnian community does it too. Bosnian community does the same thing. So when blacks and Bosnians do the same thing, it's never been a color. It's never been a nationality. It's been, what's the same? They act the same. They do the same thing. I don't like either of them. I don't like ghetto people. I don't like gangsters. That they're stupid. They're unwise. They're ignorant. Especially the younger ones. Like, you act like you're a gangster, but truthfully you're not. You've been raised better than that. But every time I look at it from that side, it's like, it's stupid. It's ignorant. It doesn't do anything. You didn't get your woman because you're a gangster. Your woman sees past your bullshit, Mason. Of course she does. I read her vibe in that. She looks right past you and sees beautiful, loving Mason. That's what she sees. Beautiful, loving Mason. All that act doesn't do anything. She probably thinks you're a moron for acting like that because she don't act like that. So think about it, bro. You're young-minded. You don't know nothing about life besides making money in that, for that you have not made enough to be able to see life for what it really is, to that perspective. But if you were broke, if your woman really loved you just to say for who you really are, which is what I see in you, not what you act like. You act like an idiot. You're a fun-loving person, but that ghetto shit needs to go. You gotta learn more. You gotta uprise yourself a little more. Stop taking all this crap as like, oh yeah, it's cool and that. No one cares. The real world doesn't give a fuck about that. You saying the N word every 5 seconds. When you look up the word, when you look up the N word in the dictionary, what does it always tell you? It says the same thing. Ignorant, stupid people. So you are an ignorant, stupid person then for saying that, right? I know you're not, but you're regurgitating something that means ignorance. Words are not meant for one society. They're not meant for what you think, one race. Words are meant by everybody. To define a definition of that word is for everybody to use. So when people start taking words and start saying, you'll never call me a cracker or a honky, I don't take offense to it. I like salty crackers. I don't give a fuck. And the reason why people care about it, because you want something to attach to that you think that is pride in it. I would hint this. If anybody knows if their ancestors were slaves, that's the first thing I would ask anybody that is African descent. We say Black American. If you don't know, then why we keep on complaining about it? You know why slaves actually survived during that time, right? Because they were the fittest and they were the strongest. Okay? So you should have pride in the strength of your ancestors if they were slaves, if they didn't come from Africa after that. Why don't black communities take pride in how hard it was to do all that stuff in that? They don't. They victimize it. You're victimizing the people that worked their hardest to give you what you got today. You don't think about that. No one thinks about that. All the black community, all these, racist black people, and that want to say all this racist. They never think about that because they know it's real, but they don't care. Because victim mentality is true. It's a made up thing to push the black community towards being in prison. That's all it is. That's why when you look at the rap, and that rap talks about I pew pew, all these other N words, they pew 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 pew. They talk about shooting other fucking people in that. You're like, oh yeah, man, that's hip and cool and that. All of a sudden you killed your friend, and you're like, oh shit, my friend's dead. How many times did you hear on the news? Accidental shootings in inner cities and that. There was one on the news that some fucking kid had a smile on his face for killing his mom and his brother over jealousy of presents. That's the devil. Get a double ass smile. And he killed his whole family. And he was smiling away like it was cool, man. I'm going to prison, bro. What the fuck? You serious? Exactly. That's sad, isn't it? I'm just standing up right now. I had to move around a little bit sometimes. Sitting down sometimes is a pain in the ass. And I'm probably going to go to the gym here a little bit. Day in, day out, you hear the same things every other week. There's been a big shooting in inner cities and that black on black crime. It's not like you're seeing a bunch of rednecks. This is where people think that actually does happen. Like the liberal people assume about racism that they get about these honky tonky redneck motherfuckers that come from like the far south going, y'all boys over there, and they start shooting a bunch of black houses and that. If you ever see that happen, honestly, I would see that video, but okay, I can say that it is. It never happens. It never fucking happens. Never happens. Never fucking happens. There's black people in the Ku Klux Klan. Oh my god, I didn't know that. Yeah, there's black people in the Ku Klux Klan. You couldn't tell. That's why they wear the hoods. Exactly the point. It was pushing against the conservative movement. That's the whole point of the Ku Klux Klan. To push conservative movements. They talked about in the history books. You actually look up Ku Klux Klan, what happened at that time, and they got historians actually talk about it. Like black historians that talk about their great great grandfather went through it, and they document what they have in that. The whole point of the Ku Klux Klan is to change people over to Democrats. They attack the black conservatives. Why? Because Democrats were the ones that owned most of the slaves back then. Not all were bad, but the leaders of it were horrible people. I mean, everyone owned slaves back then, but how you owned slaves was different among people. Sometimes the slaves were treated a lot different than others. When people always talk about politics, there's no such thing as politics. There's right and wrong. You're either right or you're wrong. It's everybody about Republicans or Democrats. They're both like all majority say 80% of our Senate and Congress are all a bunch of fucking loony bins that do all kinds of fucking shit. They're mostly always corrupted. Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, I don't eat KFC that much, honestly, to tell you the truth. I'm not a big fried chicken person anymore. I used to like it, but just it's too much calories. And like, oh, anyway, I'll be right back. Oh shit. Yeah, it's just companies trying to make more money because the economy's going all over the place. That's all it is. That's how the economy always going to be. The economy goes in a big circle in that because we have freedom of, basically freedom of creation. Our companies have all the freedom in the world to create whatever they want. Hence why our economy is always the best. Because we're not a communist nation, we're a capitalist nation, which means freedom of business. Hold on, I'll be right back. Oh, it's gonna be a doozy.
What I'm asking women to do is put themselves in a man's shoes for 2 seconds.
Sorry, I'm not interested. You don't even have to do it in a particularly nice way. You don't have to even smile and say it with enthusiasm. Sorry, I'm not interested. 2 seconds. That's all it takes. Guy sees that, you then look back at your car. Guy sees that, you then walk away. Guy sees that, you put your headphones back on the gym, and you go about your business. You don't have to make a video saying men are losers because he said that I caught his eye. There are so many worse problems out there that
Oh man, these women on TikTok. Woo! TikTok's a fucking a fucking waste of womanhood. I was watching Greg Doucette. Yeah, I know TikTok's fucking worthless. So I got this girl on TikTok and that with her filters and 30 pounds of makeup on. She's a pretty girl and that, but she thinks that she's like a 10 out of 10, that she's worth everything in that, and like that she look average. But you only want to show your face and a little bit of your shoulders and that, because you know you ain't got no tits, which, you know, a number aspect of women is by their boob size too, so. Yeah, this girl's got a pretty face and that, so some guy approached her in a gas station and said, oh yeah, I'm attracted to you and all stuff like that, and...
Nice, huh? Oh shit!
And
One of those moody flesh pounds. Let's send you back to oblivion. Did you even feel that, Mr. Zan? Oh, that felt good.
And so the girl makes a TikTok.
Probably now that
I'm making fun of this dude for approaching her because she thinks that she's massively hot because of all the DMs she gets from a bunch of dudes. And I'm looking at her like, dude, I speak to beautiful women just as hot as her all like most of the days that I'm in the fucking car wash. You are not that special. You're a barely above average looking person. And to think these people want to assume that they're above average. You know what average is? Average is a number that is a most of society. That's what's called an average. So it's the most of everybody in society now. So if everyone went to lifting weights and get six-pack, the new average will be lifting weights and getting six-pack, okay? So the people that are above average will just be features of looks altogether, because they won't have a six-pack. Everyone's in really good shape in that. All girls have the biggest boobs. All girls have the biggest butts. Guys have six-packs, you know, 9-inch dicks and all shit. Everyone was the same. That would be an average. Everybody would be the same. So the on average would be like someone a little bit smaller, a little bit less, you know, skinny in that. Or whatever that it is. The average male is less than me. The average male is fat. The average male is you know, pretty much obese to a certain extent.
in for helvete. Just gotta make sure. Barbecue time. And stay there. Pyrotechnics.
Now, if everyone was the fucking same, you know, how would you actually attract the people? Exactly, it'd be really hard to.
Barbecue time. You twitch, ass face. Watch out, cloaked empty.
That's why women like that are, you know,
Technics.
stupid. They'll never be happy. They'll never be happy.
Throwing another sand on the barbie. And stay there. Burn, Zed. Go to the pod.
They live their whole entire life unhappy. So, and then one thing he was talking about one of the girls. She makes TikToks and all that stuff, and that she makes YouTube shorts and that. She got banned permanently for defending a man to approach one of those girls and that. It only says like, "Oh, you're very attractive," and then she started getting upset with them about it. And I'm just like, are you fucking for real? Like, I want to approach a bitch like that. As soon as the guys need to learn. You men are fucking retarded. I would never approach a woman that thinks that she's over when she looks too good, and you just talk to her. You say, "Oh, hey, how you doing?" And she's like, "Excuse me, why are you saying hi to me?" And I'm like, okay. I would not put any emotions into shit with looks with women. Never, for the most part, of that. Never. All I do is, I'd be like, okay. I call her a bitch and I move on.
Barbecue time. Did you twitch, ass face? You're not dead now.
I can tell by the voices if the woman doesn't want me talking to her or not.
Ass face. Rin för helvete. You're not dead enough. You know that reptile's on steroids. And stay dead.
This area remains mostly secure. Is Hans helping you somehow? Is this some sort of prank? You're not this good.
That's why I don't care.
Just gotta make sure.
See, the biggest thing I learned when men try to think that women are different, like, oh, they're beautiful, they're princesses and that, I say otherwise. Like, a woman is a woman.
You twitch.
Well, man. But when men start looking at women as in, like, they stop caring. I don't praise women. Fuck that shit. I don't give a fuck. So, oh yeah, you got a nice butt, and you're like, oh my god, thank you. Don't give a fuck. Don't care at all. I'm like, yeah, whatever. I'm not even joking. Yeah, whatever. I don't fucking care. I just don't give a fuck. I just don't give a fuck. I don't care.
I'm going to try something different. Get ready to die.
I'll be back. But yeah, I just can't say I give a fuck. That's why I'm getting better. That's why women attracts me more. I just don't care. shit. Ah. Oh man. Can I watch Hero Academy again?
Let's fight that guy! Yeah! Oh, yeah!
All the other neighborhood kids followed him around. It seemed like he could do anything. And no matter what he decided to do, he was always so confident. I thought he was the coolest person I'd ever met. However,
Let's watch this anime horse.
he started to change.
You're sticking in your boots. You're so scared. You want to fight me anyway. That's why I hate you!
Here's the sad truth. All men are not created equal. When I was 4 years old, I learned that some kids have more power than others.
Come in. Give me a status report. Where are you? Just shut up and defend the weapon. I've got more important things to worry about. Are you forgetting what our mission is? Hello? You hung up on me. This isn't the time for radio silence. We're supposed to be partners. Ah! Hey, who is Bakugo talking to? I'm not hearing anything. Can we get any sound with this video?
He's got a radio in his ear so he can talk to his partner. I gave it to him before the match started, along with a map of the building. Also this, a roll of capture tape. Wrapping this around your opponent means you've apprehended them, and they're out for the rest of the game.
So there's a 15-minute idea what floor the nuclear weapon is hidden on, right?
Correct.
Then the heroes are clearly at a disadvantage here. A big one.
Real pros have to outwit villains on a daily basis. That's life. Even when the odds aren't in our favor, we fight. All together, let's hear Pattaya!
Monsieur, he's on the move.
Hmm?
Uraraka, go! Ballsy move. Think you can take me alone? He's using the capture tape. Hero notebook number 10, page 18. Luckily, I got to see Eraserhead's moves in action. What'll Kachan do now? Knowing him, he'll be impatient and try another big punch. I was right.
Little guy's really good.
He's holding his own, and he hasn't even used his quirk yet.
Not surprising. He's always been pretty good at taking action in crisis situations. Plus, he spent years taking notes on different heroes. He internalized everything he learned. Those lessons are in his blood now. That fanboy knowledge is paying off and driving him forward.
He kicked first this time. He's switching things up so I can't predict his moves. Does that mean he's worried? Get back here, Deku! I'm not going to be able to fight him at close range now. I need some kind of plan.
Damn it! You were tricking me for years by acting weak! Now you've been laughing behind my back, huh? Let's see how it compares to mine! Work or no, you'll never beat me, Deku! Real anger. Kind of scary.
Midoriya told me that young Bakugo thinks very highly of himself. But this level of pride is something else. It may end up being his demise.
Good. Just completely forgotten about my partner. Just like I thought. If they wanted to send someone out to stop us here, it should have been Nida. He's way faster after all. That probably means Kachan's gone rogue. The two of them aren't working together as a team. If we had to take those two on head-to-head, our chances of winning would be pretty low. We've got such strong quirks. Can't go after the weapon right now or Kachan will follow him. And if we both tried to take him down, we'd probably run out of time. So we stay split up for now. I have to trust Uraraka. She'll find the weapon and Ida, and then I'll join her for a 2-on-1 fight. That's how we'll win. I'll just have to capture Kachan down here. On my own. I can do it. As long as I don't get too close to his hand.
Come on and fight me, you coward!
Back away. I've been meaning to tell you, Kachan.
You're even worse than the rest of these rejects. You really think they'd let someone like you in when they could have me?
No way! I'm not trying to compete against you! You gotta believe me! I take back everything I said.
Like it or not, you can't stop me! From now on, that was the name of a hero!
Just a little bug.
Wow, you're so awesome! Whatever, this is nothing. Jesus, Dooku. You really can't do anything right, can you? Look, you can read the last part of it. Dooku's name is Deku. You can read that? Well, obviously. Deku. That must be what you call a helpless loser who's completely useless. Why are you being so mean, Kachan? Why don't you understand? Wow! This has to be a new record. I bet it is. Wow. Cool. Where's yours? It's safe. Why can't you do anything right? Whoa. Awesome. You're so lucky. Yeah.
Impressive. I bet you that's gonna grow into an amazing quirk.
Definitely. A flashy quirk for a future hero. It's perfect. Yeah. You're a total failure, Deku. Forward march, and here we go. Members of the agency, Bakugo, stand up. Hey, you okay down there? Oh, don't worry. Gotan is super tough. See?
It's just fine on my own, Deku.
Sure. Just give me 1 second.
I didn't need your stupid help.
Are you alright? Are you hurt? It was worried you want to get your hand or something.
But you looked at me like I was some kind of weakling.
Gotcha. I couldn't just stand there and watch you die.
Like you. But I'm not. I'm so much better than you are.
Found it. Now I just have to tell Deku and try my best to stay out of sight until he gets up here.
Bakugo definitely has a villainous side. That's exactly what we need to succeed in this mission. I need to temporarily devote myself to criminal intent. Yes, I won't fail this trial and risk bringing shame down on the Ida family name. That means I must now embrace evil to become a hero. Behold, I am the personification of good.
He's so serious.
Baraka, is that you? I knew you would come here alone the instant that Bakugo ran off by himself and engaged with Midoriya. Your quirk allows you to float anything that you touch. But I prepared for that by hiding every object in this room so you have nothing to use against me, do-gooder. My dastardly tricks have rendered you helpless. You blundered, hero.
That's funny shit.
Evil knows that I'm here. Sorry. I guess he's monologuing. Near the middle of the 6th floor.
Right above me. We probably don't have much time left now. We have to finish this fast or they win. I won't give up yet. I can capture Katha. I won't lose. I'm all loaded up. What does that mean? Why aren't you using your fancy quirk? Don't tell me you're underestimating me, Deku. Get over here and show me what you're really made of. We have no choice. I have to face him. Right now. Katha, I'm not scared of you anymore. Since you're such a stalker, by now you probably know how my quirk explosion works. I secrete nitroglycerin like sweat from my hands and make it blow up. Imagine what I could do if I had a lot of it. That's right, these gauntlets aren't just for show. They've been storing up my sweat inside for one monster blast.
He's going too far. Young Bakugo, don't do it! You'll kill him!
He'll be fine as long as he touches.
Come in! Come in, Midoriya!
Even allowed? These are awesome. The more nitro sweat that's stored in these gauntlets, the stronger the explosion is. Go ahead. Use your stupid quirk on me, Deku. Even if you give me everything you've got, you'll never beat me. Bakugo, answer me. What is going on down there? Did you cause that blast?
Now's my chance.
Okay, now.
If I can claim the weapons, that means we win.
Not so fast, hero.
I just have to touch the weapon. In one move, this will all be over.
Since when did she make herself float? Feels red if you can't touch anything. I can definitely keep this weapon out of your reach until time runs out.
It's not over. I won't let Deku down.
What's the matter? You look scared. You dodged the attack so you can still fight, can't you? Come and get me.
The Gauntlet's naked so he can use his powers at long range. I'm not safe even if I stay away from him. What do I do? Come in, what's the situation?
You ignoring me again? I'll get your attention. Sir, isn't this getting out of hand? That Bakugo is acting real crazy. He's gonna kill him.
Not so.
I want to hurt you so bad they'll have to stop the fight. Just blow! Oh, he'll be fine as long as he dodges.
Despite his fierce posture, he's not actually trying to kill Midoriya. But still. Bakugo, use that stored up power again and I'll stop this fight. Your team will lose.
Huh?
To employ such a strong attack indoors is inviting the destruction of the stronghold you should be protecting. That's a poor strategy, whether you're a hero or a villain. The penalty would be a massive loss of points. I know there is a teacher. You should stop this fight now. What?
The pillar by the window.
Go in there now! We'll fight hand to hand!
So good. I can't stop this. I'll have to counterattack. Like this. What was that move?
He doesn't come off as a guy with a strategy, but he's actually quite intelligent.
What are you talking about?
He changed his trajectory while in midair using a blast that doubled as a smoke screen. Very clever.
An attack like that requires an extreme amount of precision. He had to calculate the physics and demonstrate control over his quirk.
Bakugo is uber talented.
Here it comes, nerd! The famous right hook you were whining about! Deku! Don't you ever forget what you are! You're a weakling!
He's not giving me any time to form a strategy. I can't beat him with the quirk after all. He's too good. I have no choice. I have to use it.
This is hard to watch. All we have to do is wrap tape around him, not kill him.
Bakugo's certainly acting like a villain. I thought Midoriya was pretty amazing at the start of the fight, but he's completely outmatched in terms of combat power. Not to mention Bakugo seems like a natural at all this stuff.
I should end this. What? For his sake, I'll let it go on.
He's running away.
Not very manly, but he doesn't have a choice. He's outgunned. Unless he's got some kind of plan. Possible.
Why won't you use your damn quirk against me? You still think you can stop me without it? It's not it. You've been hiding your true power for years. What's the deal, Deku?